Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're going to be looking at Nanatsu no Taizai, The Seven Deadly Sins, Chapter 190, The Demon Feast. Now, normally I don't do a video this early. It generally is after work, which is normally 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. or slightly later, depending on how my computer is behaving itself on a weekday, and I generally do that during the week. And I tend to have Nanatsu no Taizai, a fairy tale, on a Monday. I tend to have One Piece, Bleach, or Boku no Hero Academia on a Thursday. Friday normally is Black Clover Now and World Trigger, depending on release. So this is early for me because I've got the day off work to deal with some personal matters, and I'm doing this while I've got some free time. As always, thank you very much for those that do watch my videos, that do comment and that have subscribed. As always, there will be an opportunity to subscribe. There will be a watermark in the bottom corner for you to subscribe on. Feel free to subscribe at any point during the video. But without further ado, let's get into the... So, point number one is very much just kind of summarizing a few things about this chapter. I mean, it deals with the aftermath very briefly of the Meliodas versus Derriere / Monsby fight, from Dreyfus / Fraudrin's point of view, in the sense that he mentions, or he goes, Monsby's attack, I'm pretty sure he went high, so he felt the surge of power and then its disappearance. And the way it was worded, bearing in mind this is a scanlation, so the translation can be out slightly, mention the exact same wording that's been done for Esterosa and Zeldris. So could this be a case that they are both dead, like we assume Esterosa or Zeldris to be, or is this the same kind of thing where their power is so diminished, it's so like to the brink of death, that we can't kill them anymore? It's quite a possibility, because bearing in mind you need to remove all 7 hearts to really kill them, but that's the story for a different day. That's point number one. So, point number two, the return of Hendrickson. It's done and timed really nicely, because really Fraudrin or Dreyfus is looking down on a lot of the knights, saying you're insects, you're insignificant, you can't do anything to me. So him turning up at that set time saying, maybe I should join in the fray, it was perfectly timed. I like how that was done. It was very cinematic in some senses. A lot of movies, TV shows tend to have that type of a scene and build up. So that was kind of cool. But at the same time, because of what he did in his past, he wasn't exactly the most honourable knight or the most goody two shoes knight. He was very much a scheming, manipulative for his own kind of progression type of person, and very much, as people hate his guts now, he was a powerful dude when he had his demon, the demon form, but pretty much people don't like him right now. That's point number two. So, point number three, Grey Road or Grey Lord's magic. So for the longest time I've always called him Grey Lord based on the translation I've seen. Apparently his name is Grey Road. I don't know if they wanted to change the translation because it sounded too close to Grey Lord. I'm not sure, but there is Grey Road apparently. So one of the magics he has is the ability to turn lesser species into higher demons, and this is evidently shown on this in this chapter. So it could be that his capabilities aren't based physically on the fighting side, more the magical side, which I believe the breakdown is like when you go on the wiki. So I'm assuming that's the direction they want to go with this character, and he doesn't speak as well. So he creates demons that are genderless. Effectively, the sole purpose is to defend the queen. However, there is a problem for the knights that are in that castle. So what happens is a few get cut loose, because the idea is if you stop them from incubating, they'll basically be okay. It turns out no, that won't be okay. It'll just escalate the development process, and they'll just come out sooner, much to our problem. So the problem now is when you try attacking them, a simple attack like Ban tries to deal with them doesn't work. So one of the knights called Dogged tries to go in there and do his thing with his boost attack, and then the curse gets infected. Whose curse this is, I'm not sure, but it's basically thou shalt not kill. If you attempt to kill any of the demons, you basically die. That's really helpful when you want to fight against them, which really leaves the knights in a bit of a pickle, because they can't kill them, and they pretty much would have to just stand there and get killed by them. So it's interesting. The good thing is, they can run away. Being that Zeldris is taken out of the equation, they can technically run away. However, Grey Lord has his binding chain. So if he did have a binding chain attached to any of the members, basically we'd be in some trouble. They wouldn't be able to get away. But that's point 3. So, point number 4. This chapter was really about big returns, because this is the second, not the last, the second character that was returning in this chapter. So to explain, Gil and Margaret know they're in a bad situation. There's a good chance that they're going to die, but they make peace with the idea, being that they're together, that they are going to die. However, Gil Frost, for some reason, can't handle this. He goes, no, Gil Thunder can't die. And then we find out why. So basically, he lets off whatever magic he was putting on himself, or she was putting on herself. It turns out to be Vivian. Vivian, the character that was exiled previously, who was basically a member of the Royal Knights, who was infatuated with Gil Thunder to the point where she would do bad things just to get her and kill Margaret if she wanted to as well, just to get out of the way. So she turns out to be Gil Frost. Using her magic, he teleports him away. Much to the dismay of Margaret, but also to the other knights there, because whatever you can say about Gil Thunder's, lack of being top tier at the moment, he's top tier as far as human is concerned. So I mean, he's not really like 7 deadly sins / 10 commandments level, but for a human, he's up there, and basically him being there, a powerhouse to help. The next closest thing to him there, other than Hendrickson, is probably Hauser, more than likely, unless I'm missing someone. And they've got the other knights, but I mean, what I can remember. So that leaves him in a bit of a pickle, because bit of a pickle, as more eggs are beginning to hatch, which sets up point number 5, another return. Number 5, we like to save the best for last, and really this was the best. Now, to explain, more eggs hatch. One of the magicians that was injured does a freezing type of a technique, knowing that his sister, who's been caught, is basically in trouble. If I've seen that right. And basically, it looks like it's going well, and then expands to epic proportion. It crystallizes, and it's everywhere. And Fraudrin or Dreyfus is basically like taken aback by these crystallization. Literally looks like the Fortress of Solitude from Superman. It literally goes everywhere. Right. What's causing that? A return of a character. The one, the only Merlin is back. Much to everyone's shock, even mine, as to how the hell did you get back? When you like turn into stone, when you like a little ball that was floating around for a bit, didn't you not have a body? Apparently she's been doing experiments, and apparently it worked. So, not complaining. I don't really care about the explanation. I'm happy she's back. It makes sense for me, because you've got to bear in mind, the 2 people that made the seven commandments were Meliodas and Merlin. It was them 2 people. So being that Meliodas is back, rightly so, Merlin should be back as well, to come together to deal with the 10 commandments. So I'm happy to see that. I'm sure we're going to get an explanation in the next couple of chapters. It's good that we've got a break from Meliodas. They have an idea that he's back as in the 10 commandments, but they're not quite sure. We will have to wait and see what happens, and I'm looking forward to that response by the other characters when he shows his face again. As always, Escanor somewhere around, and I'm sure he will turn up eventually. It is quite possible that the way they've worded some of these demises of these 10 commandments means they may not be entirely dead. So it's good that we get all the 7 commandments back together, so that we can deal with them if we have to one more time. Will they be in a stronger position? Will they be weaker? Bear in mind, we haven't seen the new maximum capacity of Meliodas. We have not seen the maximum capacity of Escanor, and we haven't really seen the maximum capacity of Merlin just yet. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen at some point. I can't wait. Hope you enjoyed the chapter. Hope you enjoyed the fact that I've done it early, I guess. So enjoy it. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you enjoyed, what you thought, and what your theories are for things moving forward. As always, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate that, and I'll see you next time. Peace.